Hello. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. My name is Jay, and today is Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. And you are joining me on a maiden voyage of sorts, in that in the 8 or 9 years that I've been doing this lawn hobby thing, this is the very first video that I'm actually making and posting to YouTube where the topic of discussion is my lawn. And now, in full disclosure, I am not a pro. I did not study agronomy or turf management or anything like that. However, in the years that I've been doing this, I've picked up some things by reading a lot, following and communicating with people that know this stuff and do this stuff professionally. And so my goal with this YouTube project channel is to just pass on that information and just document what it is that I do to my lawn and show the results that I get, in hopes that maybe this encourages some of you that are new to this to just get out there and try some stuff on your lawn. And so moving on to today's topic, which is starting the lawn season right. This is the perfect time to start thinking about a plan. As I previously mentioned, this is still February, which means grass is dormant. It doesn't need fertilizer. It doesn't need to be mowed. The only things that are growing right now are weeds. And that is specifically what we're going to talk about today. And now, there's really only 3 ways to get rid of weeds. 1, with a pre-emergent. Pre-emergent means you're treating for weeds before the weeds grow. 2, a post-emergent, which means post-emergent, you're treating after the weeds have grown in. 2 different kinds of herbicides, right? Chemicals. Granular form, you would apply with a spreader like this. In liquid form, you would apply with a sprayer like this. But the 3rd way is probably the quickest, cheapest, and kind of my favorite way of doing it because it doesn't cost me anything. By hand. And I use one of these for the more aggressive weeds, and my hand to just kind of pull out the ones that are easier to pull out. So, just to give you an idea of how this works. In this case, this is a broadleaf weed. I could try risk pulling it out with my hand, but maybe the root will break, and we want to pull this weed with the root intact. And so, what I usually do just to play it safe, that's where this tool comes in, is I round up all the leaves, and I find my way down to the flare, which is where basically the plant meets the soil. Put the tool right next to where that root is, push down a little bit, and then lift a little bit and pull a little bit, and look. Now, in this case, the root did break on me. Does that mean that it's going to grow back? Maybe. And if it does, I'll just pull it again. But for now, it's gone. And this to me is a bit of instant gratification, because if I'd gone through the process of preparing a post-emergent solution, by the time I weighed out how much I needed, I mixed it, got my sprayer ready, came out here with the sprayer and walked the lawn and sprayed. Well, that's one thing. The second thing is I gotta still wait for that post-emergent to kick in and kill the weed. And then you see some yellowing and some ugliness. When your lawn's green, yellow is something you don't want to see. Right now, probably not a problem. However, I'd rather just get rid of it right now. And there it is, with all the roots intact. Now this weed right here is POA. And this is an easy one to pull out. You just gotta make sure you grab it from the bottom, right? And pull. Give it a shake. You gotta make sure you get all the roots. And just throw it in your bucket. See, it's gone. Get to the next one. Same thing. These are really easy to clear. This one right here, these are pretty easy. Just grab it from the bottom. Take all the weeds out. Make sure you get all the roots out. Here's another one of these guys. Just bunch them all up together. Grab from the bottom. Go easy. There it is. Look at how long that root is. Here's another little section of POA. It's probably going to be the most common weed that people are going to find in their lawn right now, this time of year. normally starts to die once things start to get above 80-ish, in that ballpark. Yeah, pretty easy to pull out. These are easy to pull out. That's why I encourage you guys to do this. These things multiply. When they get to a certain stage, certain level of maturity, look at that. When they get to a certain level of maturity, they start sprouting seeds. And those seeds blow around and they make more weeds. So get on them as soon as you see them. And so my whole point in this video is to just shed light on that third option of weed removal. I'm a big fan of pre-emergents. I use them on my lawn. I'm a big fan of post-emergents as well. I don't have much use for that myself because I am bigger on the third one, which is pulling them out as soon as I see them. The longer you wait to pull a weed, it produces seed heads. That could lead to an exponential problem in a sense. And so I'm just trying to encourage you to not roll your eyes at the idea of pulling weeds by hand. They're gone like that. It didn't cost you anything. And on some sad level, it is a form of exercise in that there's a lot of bending down to pull weeds. And that really works your hamstrings. And I know this from experience. But in all seriousness, there is a benefit to getting out here and tending to the lawn. In this case, we're pulling weeds, right? And I've let them go a little bit because I've been dabbling with the idea of starting this YouTube channel. So I've got more than I normally would. Normally, the minute they grow in, I go pluck them out. But in this case, I've got quite a few that I need to get to now that I'm wrapping up this video. And the benefit is that the time that it'll take me to pull some of these weeds, it's kind of a little bit of me time. I can throw on my earbuds and listen to music, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook. I can listen to nothing. I can just think about whatever's on my mind lately. Whatever it is, just not think, just zone out. And so there is an opportunity for you to kind of have a moment to yourself and just clear the mind a little bit while you're improving your lawn. So I encourage you to get out there. Maybe you get one of these, maybe you don't. I don't know, these are like $5. It's called a hand weeder tool. Or you can do them all by hand. Some of them do come out easier with one of these though. So whatever your method is, what I'm trying to encourage you to do is to just get out there, tend to the lawn, learn your lawn. It'll go a long way, I promise. I hope we'll find each other on my next video. Thanks. Bye.